Alright guys, hello and welcome to the video. So we're going to be looking at a IYOUXIN'S 16K combined game in the T100 LT today. A little bit different of a format, but I'm going to go ahead and just pause this as he gets into this bush line. You can see the bush line he's going to go to. We'll pause it as soon as he spots the enemy T100 LT. And I actually asked Yux if I can share this video on my channel. It doesn't have to be professional in any kind of way whatsoever, guys. I'm just going to do it via YouTube. I don't even have like an ad blocker, so there might be an ad that pops up or whatever. But I'm going to show you this replay from my perspective. Well, from his perspective, right? But I want to give you my perspective on it as well, because he does a lot of plays that I would make, but also some things that I wouldn't really think to do. And I want to show you how important it is to conserve your HP, right? You'll see him do that in this video. He conserves his HP extremely well. In fact, I don't even know if he even takes a hit in this entire game, and that's how you need to play your lights, man. So he's going to outspot the T100 LT by coming to this bush line on the F, in between like the F and G lines, right on the 2 line. And I mean, the important thing on Prokhorovka is that you outplay the enemy light. I feel like a lot of people just think you need to spot everybody, but it's the most important thing at first is to outplay the enemy light, kill the enemy light so that you now kind of can control at least part of the map, and it's easier for you to spot and advance, right? And by the way, I kind of owe Yux because he raided me like 3 times way back when I used to stream. So I feel like doing this video, it maybe somewhat can make up for that, but a lot of people that do watch me probably already watch Yux. But if you don't, guys, before I continue on in this video, I'll leave a link down to this video specifically, but you can go to the video and then click on his channel, or you just search. I mean, he's a quite popular YouTuber, and he was a very popular streamer. Actually, I believe he still streams. I think this was one of, maybe it was on his stream or whatever, but follow him, guys. If you follow me and you don't follow him, you're going to want to follow him because you'll learn even more from him and Kaizu as well than you would from watching me, right? But anyway, let's get into this game now, and I want to show you what he's able to do from certain locations on the map. So we're not going to go through the whole video. You can see he spots the T100 LT here, and then I want to show you how he advances, right? So eventually he's going to advance. We'll go right here. He's going to advance via the bush line and then come up to around the E2-ish area, E3-ish area where this bush line is. And from here, Steel Guts and I make this play a lot. I never have the balls to just run up the bush line. I usually go into the dip because I'm too scared to get spotted, but Yux understands the game mechanics very well. He sees that no one is contesting this area, so he's going to take this area of the map, spot the enemy char, spot a couple enemies here, and that's how you can advance, appropriately, right? So eventually he's going to, retreat and run away from here. I don't think he wants to be spotted by people that, like, might push up down the 2 line or whatever, but it's also more about trying to relocate and spot people that are going down the 1 line as well, because you're not going to be able to spot people from certain angles. Like if you're at E1, right, or like E2, you might not be able to spot people that are far in the back like 60 TP, so he comes to this location and now 60 TP is lit, right? So let's go and advance until he goes over to this portion of the map. This is another thing that I wouldn't really think of. I've done it before, but I don't like do it consciously, right? I'll go to the other side of the map, and he actually gets spotted intentionally. He's going to kind of try and help people in this area. He gets a shot at the char. He does a little bit of damage. And then what he's going to do is drive back over to the 1-2 lines. And what this does is it kind of confuses the enemy because they'll see him over on the 5 line. And they'll be like, all right, I think we can advance now. And he says this in the video as well. The enemy tank destroyers, heavies, even the light tank will be like, all right, cool, T100 LT is over there, let me advance. But what he does is kind of confuses the enemies, goes over here and then comes right back immediately and tries to now outspot enemies that might be pushing in. Doesn't seem to be the case here, but what you'll find, right, is that the T100 LT actually pushes into him. He pushes in thinking that maybe the T100 LT, the enemy T100 LT, Yux, has moved over to the 5 line, and this was an incredible interaction here, we'll just call it, right, between the two T100 LTs, goodness. Because Yux actually outspotted the enemy T100 LT without getting lit himself. Weird game mechanics stuff. Yux thought he was lit, so he started running away, but he didn't get lit, and this is why you have to be so careful, man. Like 60 meters away, he literally almost proxied him. So this is why I tell you guys, like, you need to eliminate the enemy light first. Now that the enemy light has been eliminated, this IYOUXIN'S, man, he's going to get wrecked. Yux is going to continue pushing in. AMX M454 is spotted, and then eventually what you'll see him do is actually run to the other side of the map. So he does a lot of fancy stuff here with the bushes, right? He takes shots at the STRV. He gets lit as the STRV YOLOs into him, and he'll run back here. I'll show you that. As he kind of comes up, and then the STRV just like comes up out of nowhere. You can see that Yux already knew it was going to happen, right? He started turning his tank and running away, and if you just stay low here, you should be okay. He stays pretty low, and I don't even think he takes a hit. And then what he's going to do is eventually go over and reset the cap. So I'm going to show you that right here. He comes up and over, ignore $7 deal, lovers menu, Pizza Hut, whatever, man. And ignore this one too, all in one scoop. Can we skip these ads, man? If you're monetized, you shouldn't have to watch ads, man. Just my opinion. But anyway, no. So what he's going to do now is relocate, and this is easy, man. Like, I don't play Encounter on proc, but it's really easy to outplay people when they just sit on the cap here, because you can run the ridge line, right? And you can stay up kind of high and then dive back down again. And the T100LT is made for this kind of play, man. It's so low to the ground, right? And that makes it also really, really good for going through like bush lines that aren't, where the bushes aren't really high and stuff. So you don't really get spotted out on the 1-2 lines either. Now, he just kind of sits here. I'm amazed that the 60 TP and the AMX M454 can't really find an angle on him. I think he's putting himself really in a really good location behind this rock to make sure that they can't do that. And that's all this is, man. Like, he's just playing the game. Like, he's just, everyone is being countered because he's still alive, right? And this is easy. It's easy for him to do this, right? So eventually what he's going to do is, again, relocate. He goes after the heavies here. So he's able to outplay these boys. And when you're a light tank, man, and you're going against heavies at this tier with CVS, like, you're going to be able to outplay these guys, man. They have no concealment, right? So as long as you understand the game mechanics, like, you're good to go here, man. He wipes them, those two guys, clean off the map, or the 268 and Minotauro and Artie and all, but he's able to spot them, right? And that's the game, guys. He eventually goes after the Bat Chat, which ends up over here, and then he goes after the T110E5, and the T110E5 goes down, and after all is said and done, we'll kind of go to the M plates here. Show you guys the M plates. We'll pause it right here, and just look at this monstrous game, we'll call it, right? I mean, this was just incredible, guys. And a lot of the things he did in this game, I do myself. I play it very, very similar, right? But I want you to see this. I want you to see my perspective on a game that isn't even my own, a game that is IYOUX'S, and IYOUX is like, I'm not going to say the best player to play the game, but he's one of the best, right? He is up there with Kaizu, with Daki, and Skill for LTU, and all these really, really good streamers that play the game. And when you really understand the game mechanics, like, I'm telling you, man, anyone can have this game, but you're going to have them much more often if you're really, really, really good and you understand the game mechanics and you're safe about the way you make your plays and you approach carefully. You spot the enemy team cautiously. You outplay the enemy light. You survive. You conserve your HP, right? And that's what he was able to do in this video. So again, I know it's a different kind of format. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this video because I know it's a game on proc and it takes a little while. That's why I kind of just took pieces of it. And I will leave a link down below for the video, guys. Again, if you follow me and you don't follow IYOUX, go follow him because I owe this guy, man. Like, a lot of the people that followed me on Twitch was because of his 3 raids. He raided me like 3 times in a row, man. Like a Saturday and a Sunday and then the next Saturday. I was like, dude, why? Like, why are you showing me this much love? Like, I didn't even know him, man. But one of my followers or Twitch, I don't know what it is on Twitch, right? Subscribers, I guess it's also on Twitch, went into IYOUX'S stream and said, I brought him over, man. I don't remember who it was, but shout out to that guy, man. It's been so long. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, man. If you don't follow me, go follow him. That's all, guys. Check the link down below, and I will catch you guys for the next one. I hope you learned a thing or two, by the way, and I hope it's all informative and it's helping you guys out. See you later. Bye-bye now.